Good evening, everyone. This is Ann Miller French of Angelic Hands, and I am here to do this week's live. So, hello to everyone on Facebook, hello to everyone on my YouTube channel, to all my subscribers. To anyone that's new to me, welcome. And if you're just joining me for the very first time, welcome to today's live, and I'm going to be talking about matters of the heart, talking about unconditional love, the power of love, sharing a little bit about my personal love story, and wanted to connect with all of you. And anyone that's hopping on to the live, if you just want to let me know who's joining me and tell me where you're coming from, that would be awesome. I always love to see your shiny faces. So today is a very, very special day. This is the day after my wedding to my soulmate, my best friend, my rock. He's my better half, and I'm just sitting here in extreme gratitude. And I'm talking about my husband, Stefan. So I am super excited. So you will see that my name will be showing up a little bit differently on all my social media platforms. It's going to take me some time to get everything updated. I am going with a hyphenated name, so it's going to be Ann Miller French. And this is the start of many new beginnings. And there was so much leading up to this point, and just thinking about our love story and how all of this unfolded. And I just wanted to be here to connect with all of you today and also share some messages from Spirit and perhaps an oracle card or two. We'll just kind of go with the flow and see what happens. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. April 19th, 2021. It's a very beautiful day. And yesterday, and we celebrated not only our wedding and had very small group, but close family and friends with us. And my reverend and very good friend Christina, she did the ceremony for us. So it was quite beautiful. And like I said, I'm still in gratitude, and I still can't believe that that the day is done. So it went by so fast. And I also celebrated my 50th birthday yesterday. So my dad, who left this world sadly last August, weeks leading up to the wedding yesterday, he kept coming through and kept telling me, I'm going to be there, I will be there. And he was there. And, and how he came through was, it brought tears to our eyes, but it also made us laugh, and they were happy tears, and so many different emotions and everything. But I most definitely felt my father's love come through. And oh, hi Claire, thank you so much. Yeah, so 50 years plus one day, almost one day. And I was just standing in awe today, just thinking about that, being so grateful for my dad coming through, and just being there in spirit, and being surrounded by loved ones, and to have everyone there, and to now have another family added to my family. It's a beautiful journey. And I will tell you that there was a lot of work that I had to do over the years to get to the point of where I'm at today. And no joke, it's work, but when you make that commitment to you, it is so worth it. So I had to work through, and I've talked about this before in previous lives, to work through energetic walls around my heart, because when I, thought back to over the years, all the life lessons that I learned, all the different teachers that came into my life, I view them as teachers. Even, the most heartbreaking situations or things where they didn't end so well, or things where each of us knew that things ultimately had to end. We were teachers for each other, and we came in and shared messages, we shared lessons, and I am actually in gratitude for each and every one of those experiences, because it led me to where I'm at today, and to be able to open up my heart wide enough to allow in someone that compliments me, and where when we come together, it's just this beautiful synergistic energy and magic. I've always said that you can do so many things alone, but when you bring your other half with you, you can do even more as a couple, but still do things individually and live out your missions. And I know that Stefan, my husband, he has been extremely supportive of my mission, and he knows what I do, and he says, I don't always get it, but I support you. And that means the world to me. It truly does. And I am very supportive of everything that he does. So we learn from each other, we grow from each other. So if you think back to all those past experiences, like everyone outside of us, they're mirroring something back to us. They're mirroring back parts of us that still have yet to be healed. They're mirroring back things that are going on inside of us energetically, also mirroring back if we're in awe of someone, or if we're inspired by someone, we're mirroring back that higher self. That's the part of us, that's the all-knowing, that's connected to source. And when everything is in alignment and we're in flow, everything just flows. And yesterday, no joke, I had to continue to say to myself, ground yourself and call back your energy. Because, I mean, I was jokingly saying I had bride's brain, but I did. And it was a very busy day. There were things that were set in place, but then there were things that changed at the last minute. And it was going with the flow and having fun with it. That's the whole part of it. And just being open to all the different emotions and everything that came through. And the ultimate truth was sitting in that extreme gratitude, which I have been talking about since I got on this live today. But I really see how the power of gratitude, when you're in that space, you're attracting so many more things to be grateful for. Like the universe responds to that when you're in that space of love. And if you're looking to attract a loving partner, a loving mate into your life, it really starts from within. So all the work that I've been doing, going all the way back to, oh my gosh, thinking back to 1990 and 91, another significant point in my life, an awakening, if you will, and then fast forward to where I'm at today, all those different milestones, all those different lessons, all those different people that were such teachers, role models, mentors, things that I had to learn. And when there were different patterns that continued to play out over and over and over again, sometimes it felt like, it kept running into the same situation over and over again. But I've always said that the lesson will continue to play out. The lesson will continue to repeat itself until you actually learn the lesson. There are different things when we reincarnated or incarnated into this lifetime. We came into this light form and said, okay, our soul agreed to different lessons, different things that were going to help our soul grow and evolve, different things that we were going to experience. And to experience all these different things is coming into the human flesh and form, and to be able to feel the rawest emotions. But I just get the goosebumps when I say this, but to be able to step into that space and to remember who we truly are, and to remember what love is all about, and know that another person doesn't complete you. We get right with us. We get right with what's going on inside, when we get right with what's going on inside of us energetically, you start to see a mirror of that outside of you. And there are a lot of things that Stephanie and I went through on our own personal journeys. And I look back at that, and every single experience that we had led us to where we're at today. So new beginnings, growing together as a couple, and it's beautiful. And I know with my own personal experience with working with a quantum life coach, my life coach was Jessica Ahlstrom. She was my mentor, and I'm forever grateful for her being able to be my mirror and to help me to remember who I am, like until I could truly see just how powerful I am, to remember who I am and just how awesome I am, and all the different things that I always had all along, but I had to believe in myself. So part of, what I do as a quantum life coach is to be able to hold space for another person while they're going through their journey. A lot of times, clients that I'm working with and that I'm currently working with, they're going through similar things. So I can definitely have that level of empathy and compassion as they're going through their journey, and be able to share different things that I've experienced, different tools that I've used, different biohacking techniques, different methods to get you from where you're at to where you want to be in a very quick amount of time. There were things that I chose. I believe it was for my own personal evolution, and things that I agreed to and things that I signed up for, where it took me years and years and years. Now, there are those of you that may be saying, well, I don't want to take years and years and years to do this. Know that healing is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing journey. It takes work. It takes dedication. It takes patience. It takes a lot of patience in the process. But when you say yes to you, it is so worth it, and to be able to see those changes. So whether it's surrounding matters of the heart, regarding love, regarding careers, regarding relationships, regarding matters in the home, outside of the home, anything from A to Z, working on financial freedom, prosperity, abundance, health and wellness. And I know that every step that I take, making that commitment every day for that act of self-love, which is that self-care, and taking those steps to feel really, really good and solid in the body that I'm in, and feeling good up here mentally, feeling good physically, and being able to recharge my own batteries. It's being able to then have that capacity and means to hold space for others, and to be that loving partner for my husband Stefan. So that's it's what it's all about. Whether you're looking to blossom a new relationship, or if you're taking a break from dating, or if you're in a relationship and you're looking to bring healing to it, or if you're looking to make changes and deciding, okay, do I stay? Do I go? Whatever that looks like, it's really sitting with you and getting right with you, what's going on inside of you. And I know I mentioned this before, but it's asking yourself the question, not the question of why does this keep happening to me, but how is this, what is this teaching me, or what is this lesson? And just sitting with the answer and getting familiar with the different parts of you, which is your higher self, your ego, and your inner child. And I talk a lot about the inner child healing, a lot of things that I experienced. And I really got intimate with that, as far as a lot of stories that were still popping up even in the past few weeks. And then I said, you know what if we change the story and stop repeating the same story over and over and over again? And no joke, as soon as I did that, then I started to see that my reality and how people were showing up to me, it changed. It truly changed. And I felt very comfortable, made her child felt safe. I continue to move forward because that ego identity, it's like that second personality of ourself. We develop that early on to protect the inner child. And anytime you get ready to level up, move forward, even thinking about things that were happening electronic wise, before the start of the wedding yesterday, I had to kind of laugh inside because I thought, wow, even up to the moment, and I was telling my husband about this today, that even up to the moment before walking down the hallway up to where he and the Reverend were standing in front of the fireplace, my ego was trying to step in and sabotage the moment. And I just kept reminding myself, enjoy the moment, stay grounded, calm my energy back, and just recognize those situations just as being echoes, things that were coming forward because of ego. It was like a protection mechanism. Kept reminding ego, this is good. We're moving forward. This is a beautiful situation. These are new beginnings, and it's almost like if you can think of, anything that you're going through in your life right now, if you're making any big changes or anytime you've ever gotten ready to make a change, like a big change in your life, whether it was like a new relationship or something with your career, or you had to get these words out, speak your truth. And it's like you have that unsure footing, but you know in your heart that it's the correct steps forward, but you're not quite sure how it's going to feel or what the outcome's going to be, but you go ahead and take that step anyway. I mean, that's with a lot of things in life when you think about it. So it's going ahead and moving forward and just continuing to have that dialogue with yourself. You can just have that mental clarity and just remind yourself that these are new beginnings, the best is yet to come. And it was just such a magical, beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to sharing some photographs with all of you. And just gotta get the photographs downloaded and get some of them printed out. But I just wanted to connect with you and just say how truly powerful love is and the power of love. So if there's something that's weighing heavy on your heart, whether you've gone through a loss, you're experiencing grief, you're working through relationship dynamics, whatever changes are going on, or looking to bring harmony to the home, it starts with you, and it starts with making those changes and going within and getting comfortable with being uncomfortable and allowing yourself to truly feel what's coming up. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, this was a big moment in my life, and it was like, everything all together, such a beautiful day. I'm so grateful for that, but all the planning that was involved, and I'm just so grateful for my sister, my maid of honor, and for my middle sister being there, my mom and stepdad, and my friends and Stefan's family, and just being connected all as one. So it was everything that I could have possibly asked for. But everything that went into planning the day, and also stepping into the start of the big 5-0. So I feel pretty darn good, to be completely honest with you. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about all of you, and I'm actually going to pull a couple of oracle cards. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a deck that's over to my right, and we'll see what messages I have to share with all of you. Okay, so I have used this one before, and this is a deck by James Bond Prague, and he's an author, he's a medium, and this one is called Messages from the Guides. So I'm just going to pull a couple cards, and then I'm just going to tune in psychically and see what comes up. So with everything that I've shared today, if you're kind of on the bubble, trying to figure out what are my next steps. I'm not quite sure how to go about with this. Know that it's okay to reach out for help, and even ask yourself the question, is life coaching correct for me? Quantum life coaching correct for me? So if you're not familiar with what that entails, there's a complete description on my website. And for every other service that I offer, I do psychic readings, medium readings. I work with energy healing, so Reiki, quantum energy healing, light language healing. Take a look at my website, which is ReikiAngelicHands.com. That's ReikiAngelikHands.com. And check it out. And if you, first timer, you haven't worked with me before, you're not sure, perhaps you're not sure what service is correct for you, reach out. I do offer a complimentary half-hour consultation. I can make recommendations and get you started on your journey to wellness. All right, so I'm going to pick 2 cards from the deck. Just going to see what messages the guides want to share with us today. Okay, so the first one is your beliefs are right for you. So this comes up quite a bit. And if you've had anything going on where you feel like you're doing a lot of clearing with your throat, like a lot of constant coughing, especially if you find it difficult to get the words out, it's a clearing of the throat chakra. Know that your beliefs are truly correct for you. Your truth is truth in your universe. There may be something that I shared that resonates with you. There may be something that I share that doesn't resonate with you. That's okay, because this is truth to me in my world, and what you believe and what you share with others, that's your truth in your world. But that's what makes this world so wonderful, as far as the mix of ideas and to go with the flow and to let the imagination come through. And the imagination leads to the magic and the play and the creation, and taking those golden nuggets of wisdom and using them to move forward on something that you're working on, or perhaps sharing a message that may help somebody else. So you have something to share with someone. There's different ways to share it. So thinking about a podcast, thinking about a blog, thinking about journaling, doing a live, picking up the phone call and having a conversation with a loved one. Just before I hopped on this live, I had a conversation with one of my relatives, and I really felt like there were things. Every time you have that exchange with someone, you are sharing information with another person, but you're also receiving information from another person. When you think about it, we're all made up of energy, so there's that exchange, that give and take, and looking at it, taking a step back and digesting what came about, what came out of that whole situation. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned. So the second card is set your intention. So if there's something that you're working on, whether it's health goals, wellness goals, changes with your relationship, career, literally set your intentions as far as what you would like to create in your now reality, and then making a commitment to yourself to follow that guidance that comes through. So if you feel those little whispers come through, the insights, you hear the words come through, you hear the guidance come through, you get a vision, you get a feeling, follow that. That's your inner what I like to call your inner GPS. That's your inner navigation system, and it's allowing you to move forward and to take that action plan, even if it doesn't make sense at the time. Like I was talking about earlier in the live, it's getting comfortable with with being uncomfortable and stepping into the unknown at times, and start to put your feelers out there. So trying different things, working with your gifts, working on speaking your truth, set your intentions for how you want your world to look. Because I will tell you that a lot of my old stories were they weren't good. And when I look back at a lot of things that happened, yes, I'm in gratitude that they happened because they were life lessons, things that my soul needed to learn, things that helped me to address things in this lifetime, but also for many, many past lifetimes. I'm a very old soul. And also to be that person that paves the way for future generations. And I know that, our families are expanding, and every time a baby is born, every time you bring in new loved ones, when you think about that and the miracles that are unfolding, you're literally being that mirror and projecting your higher self out to the world as far as leading by example, whether that's being a world leader, being a healer, being a mentor, being a coach, being a teacher, speaking your truth, whatever shape or form that is, working with health, working with other people, working with you. It starts with working with you. So set those intentions. Think about what it is that you would like to bring about into your world, the changes that you'd like to create, and know that whatever your beliefs are, they're correct for you. And when you're goal setting, it's okay to keep things to yourself. Like, keep it sacred, keep it to you, and allow that energy to grow and to expand, because sometimes when you're sharing a little bit too much, there may be somebody out there that works as an egoic echo, where it might come back and you might hear that voice, but you'll hear it externally saying, well, I don't know if you're going to be any good at that, or you're not going to like that, or what if you fail? I mean, all that self-sabotaging, those old thoughts, those old beliefs, those old patterns. And I work through so many of those things in my past, and when anything does come up, it's addressing it right then and there. So that's what I'm talking about, is with those biohacking techniques and being able to break apart that charge to the energy so that that thought form doesn't solidify into form. Because if it's something that you don't want and we're sending it out there, well, guess what? The universe doesn't know the difference between good or bad. It's going to deliver exactly what we're thinking, what we're feeling. So just really tuning into your thoughts, your patterns, your beliefs, and be you. Just be you. So I'm sending you lots of love today, and I just wanted to thank all of you for your well wishes regarding my birthday and our wedding. And I've just felt the outpouring of love, and I'm trying to get caught up with everything. So this week might be a little bit wonky, but I just remind myself that everything doesn't need to be done today. So that's my message to all of you. Just take your time, enjoy the journey. That's all part of the journey, and be witness to the great transformation that's going on for each and every one of us. Be true to you and continue to go within. The more work that you commit to making those changes inside of you, you're going to start to see those beautiful rewards outside of you. And for me, I knew very, very wholeheartedly that there were a lot of things that I chose to work on in this lifetime, but the big one was love. So I'm, very proud to say that I am officially Ann Miller French. Sending you love. Thank you for joining me today. Have a beautiful week. Thank you.